Hello, welcome to Strong Flow Vinyasa Yoga. And today we're going to get into the seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra here. So, the best way to get into that is to open up your lower chakra so things have a nice free flow. So, we will be doing that with kind of a medley of all of the other chakras. Same thing with the affirmations, kind of a medley of different ones coming in. So, props today. At least one block. Now I've got two because when I switch sides and the other one will be over there. We're going to use this for if needed for a dancing warrior flow for the extended side angle if you need a block. And we will also use that for a supported bridge that we'll do today. So that's what the block is going to be for. We will use a strap today for a dynamic bridge that we're going to do and at the end just to do some nice relaxation. And then, of course, you can have a folded blanket for knee cushion or to sit on as needed. That being said, we are going to start standing. So I'm going to start here with feet about hip width apart. So hip bones, knees, and feet are tracking in that direction. And I'm just kind of mindful as to where things are. So you want to try to get to a point, you don't have to be perfect, but try to get to a point where ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles are all kind of in that general alignment. Okay, and your knees are going to be a little soft because we don't want them to be locked out. When we do that, then our pelvis goes into more of an anterior tilt. That can create some strain here. So if we just let the knees bend a little bit more, then that pelvis is more at ease and it feels better. Okay, so we will start here. Go ahead, take the arms up overhead. Inhale, turning palms away, pressing down, growing taller on that press down. And we'll turn up again. So if you can, notice what your arms are doing. Do you have one arm that wants to kind of go out ahead of the other like this? Or are they fairly even as they move? And we'll go one more time. Good. Now from here, reaching up, let's get a side bend towards the left. So don't take your hips out. Try to really just get a nice side bend here. Your top arm is nice and long so you get more connection down the side body. And be mindful if you've got a forward collapse of the shoulder. And if you do, that you open that back up. So I'm really pressing through this opposite side. And I'm going to breathe. And expand that rib cage on the inhale. Good. Now I'm going to press to that right side again as I come up. I'm going to switch out my arms. Inhale, exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Keeping hips stable, but pressing through the left side. Top arm is nice and long. Breathing. I'm going to also give you this disclaimer here. I am still recovering from a third round of COVID. So you might hear me still cough or what have you. Take a drink of water. Truly apologize. It is the gift that keeps on giving. So we'll come back up and urge. Good. Now let's take this into a little bit of a body wave. I'll show you this from two angles. So arms are going to come here. I'm going to round. Notice how I'm rounding my shoulders. Palms are coming down. And as I come up, I'm opening forward. So you're getting that nice shoulder rotation in here. So from a side view, good. And you can bend the knees with this if you were to like. Adding more movement. And when you're ready, and we'll come back up. Good. Let's go into just a little bit of rotation. So from here, take your hands behind the head, put the hand or the head into the hands, not hands pressing into the head. Relax the shoulders, elbows are out, and we're going to rotate here. So for this first one, let the hips and the knees kind of move with you as they need to move. Those of you that have more control or want something a little bit more challenging here, keep the hips forward, only move from the torso. Good. So it's a little bit harder, a little bit more special. Good. And we will relax. Just kind of roll the shoulders back here. So one last thing we're going to do before we go into some breath work is some standing cat-cow. So hips, knees, and toes are still going to track here, bending the knees, hands to the thighs. So I should be in a nice long spine here to start. So from here, inhale, chest comes forward, pelvis tilts back. You're going into extension. There's your cow. Exhale, I'm going to round the spine. I'm tucking the toe. I'm looking towards the knees. There's your cat. So inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And extension and flexion and extension and flexion. Press all the way in. Good. So we will come to the Ujjayi pranayama here. So just as a little review, there's 3 ways you can practice it. You can do it just on the inhale, which is an AH sound that you're trying to make, and your rib cage will expand here. It's going to sound just like that. And then on your exhale, you can just do that. It's going to be an HA sound, a ha sound, forcing that air up and out the nose. And that there's also a toning here. So if you're thinking about expanding the rib cage as inflation, and thinking about your exhale here as a deflating of the belly, so you're drawing everything up and in. So then on your exhale, it'll sound like this. And then the full Ujjayi pranayama, you're doing both of those together. So inhale, exhale. Good. We'll take a few rounds and try to incorporate this as we move through our practice. And I'm just going to go ahead and come to the top of here. So finding that breath. Good. First affirmation I'll give you is the so hum. The so hum. So that is the I am that I am that I am. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, bend the knees as we come down, half sun salute here. Inhale, we'll lift and lengthen halfway. So you can come here, chin size, a block, wherever it is you can reach. You want a nice long back here. Exhale and we'll fold, maybe with another bend in the knee. Inhale, pressing into the hips and the feet, long back as we rise. Lean all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Now we're going to go into 3 slow and controlled sun salute A's. You choose always to take or skip the flow. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to your plank. And then you choose take or skip a flow. So I'm going to lower my knees on this first one here. And then find your down dog in the way that's best for you. So from your down dog, just check in with that form on our first one here. Spreading through the fingers nice and wide. You're pressing in and forward into the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Elbows are turning towards the ceiling. Knees can have a little bend to them if you can't touch the heels to the floor. And then we're going to breathe. From downward facing dog. Oh, wrong set. Big inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, get into the feet and the legs. Long back as we rise. Make the legs take the load. Exhale, hands to heart center. Number 2. Inhale and we'll lift. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. Finding your breath in your down dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, long back. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll go one more time. Inhale, and we'll lift. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow here. Finding the breath. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding the breath, the mountain, the intention. That felt really good. Let's actually do one more of those. I think we can do one more of those. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. I'm gonna skip this last one here actually. Now, once you've made it to your down dog, let's open up the hip just a little bit here. So left leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee, opening to the left. So you have strong, even shoulders. Shoulders are away from the ears. I'm really pressing into that right leg. So my gaze is to my toes. And then from here, I'm just gonna take that foot back down. We'll do that to the other side. Right leg's gonna lift, bending that knee, opening to the right. Strong, even shoulders away from the ear, pressing through that left leg. And then we'll take that foot back down. From here, let's drop the knees and come to a child's pose. So knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. You can take your arms long in front of you. If your shoulders don't want that, take your hands back by the ankles, letting the shoulders release. Breathe and expand through that rib cage. Zip up through that front body. Make this an active child's pose here. And if it's appropriate for you to do so, you could gently take that head and neck from side to side. And then massaging that third eye chakra area. And then once you're ready, good, big inhale. Exhale, look forward. Good, we're gonna come back to the downward facing dog. Find your downward facing dog in the way that's best for you to get there. Good, again, find the breath. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, roots to the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, mountain, and catch it. Good. Now, we're going to take this into a tree pose. So you can totally hold on to the back of a sturdy chair, the wall if you need to do that. Just be where you can be. So starting on the left side, left hip, knee, and toe are tracking forward. This isn't a good way to practice. This is not a good way to practice. So be mindful where you're at here. Zipping up that front body. 4 helps you in your balance. Option 1, you can take the right foot here to kickstand, opening up. You can take it to the calf muscle. You can take it to the thigh. So this is my weaker side today with balance. So I'm just going to hold this foot there. If you've got non-slippery pants or the strength, you're welcome to press the thigh and the heel into each other. Be mindful you are not at the knee joint here. You want to be down here on the calf or the thigh. You don't want to press into the joint with the foot or the heel. Good. Now arms, everything can come anywhere that you want. Could you grow your tree taller? So if you're kind of hanging in that left hip, could you press into that leg and come out? I trust what I feel. I trust what I feel. And we're still here. We're still breathing. And once you're ready, we'll carefully come out of there. Shake out that supporting leg. And we'll take that to the other side. So right leg, hip, knee, and toe track forward. Watch your alignment here. Good. Where do you want to go? Do you go to the kickstand? Do you go to the calf? Do you go to the thigh? Taking it where you can take it. Pressing out of that right hip if you can. Growing taller in your tree. Breathing. Breathing. And once you're ready, we'll carefully bring that down and shake out that supporting leg. Good. Okay. So we're going to take this into a slow dancing warrior flow, So this is what, one of the reasons that you may need your block here when we go into the extended side angle part of that. So be mindful. So zipping up, and if you're going to use that block, you'll want that to start on your left side. So big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, long back. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Good. Find your down dog. Breathe. The left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Good. Shifting forward, stepping or picking up and putting the left foot forward between your hands. Now, before you do anything, check this alignment. Is the toe turned inward? Is it turned outward? Can you make it straight forward? So hip, knees, and toes are tracking in that same alignment. Your back leg, hip, knee, and toe are going to turn out. You're going to warrior press. You can have a heel to heel alignment, heel to arch alignment, or this leg can come out a little bit wider if you need it. So from here, pressing into the feet and the legs, make them work for you. Good. We'll come up. Good. Front hip's going to come back hip's going to come forward. I'm going to turn my torso to the side. Here's my warrior 2. Good. And I want, you want that alignment, but you want the knee to track towards pinky toe. So by taking that front hip back a little bit, it'll help with that tracking. Gaze is right off the tip of that front finger. I'm pressing through the back edge of the back foot. That's more important then a bent front knee. So you can always lengthen that front knee at any time. And zipped up in that front body. With a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg. I'm going to lengthen today and take that back into exalted, reaching up, reaching up. If you want a little shoulder opener here, maybe you wrap that bottom arm around. Maybe that's too much and we don't go there. That's okay. Inhale, exhale, finding the warrior two. We're going to take this into the humble warrior. So hands will come behind. They are free to clasp, or you can just keep them here. And when you're ready, good. Pressing through the back leg, we're going to come on the inside of that knee. You can take a hand down here if you need to for support. That's okay. Good. Lengthening. Breathing. Good. So what about the Sat Nam? I am my truth. I am my truth. If you're not sure what that is, then put that into a question. What is my truth? Do you trust that truth? Pressing into the feet, we'll come back up, finding the warrior two. Lengthening the front leg or keeping it bent, taking it back into exalted. You can wrap that arm again if you would like, or you can just keep it there. And once you're ready, good. Finding that warrior two once more. Watch your tracking here. We're going to take this into extended side angle, extended side angle. So I'm really going to press through the back leg. I'm going to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen here. Forearm can come to the thigh, or it can come to a block. Outside of the foot is easier than the inside. Inside is a deeper twist. And when you're ready, you can open up to the right. You can keep your arm right here. Some people like to take it long overhead. Good. I think it can bend this knee a little bit more here. So nice long line. Just making sure the knee doesn't come past the ankle. Maybe looking up at that hand. Staying with the breath. Where could you soften? And once you're ready, good. Arm can come back up. Look down at that front foot. We'll all lengthen that knee here. Take it back. Final exalted on the side. And when you're ready, good. Final warrior two on this side. Make it your best one. When you're ready, big inhale, exhale. Good. We'll cartwheel that down, plant the hands, swivel up the back foot, front foot will step back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. Now I'm just going to switch sides here. Good. From the downward facing dog, when you're ready, right leg is going to lift 3-point, bending that knee, shifting forward, stepping or picking up and putting the right foot forward between the hands. We'll warrior prep that back foot. So again, watch that alignment. It's nice and long. Good. Heel to heel, heel to arch, or this leg can be out a little bit wider. Get into the legs and the feet as we rise. Good. And we'll find the warrior two. So front hip will come back. Good. We'll open the chest and torso to the side and we'll reach. So my warrior two on this side looks very different than the one on the other side because my hips are different. They have to take a different alignment. So be mindful as to where it is you need to be. Hip, knee, and toe track. Breathing. With a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg, we'll take that back into exalted. Good. So if you did the arm wrap at this point on the other side, maybe try something similar here. Once you're ready, good. We'll find the warrior two. Good. We're going to prepare for the humble warrior here. So hands are going to come behind. They can be clasped or they can just be back there. You choose. Good. Pressing through the back leg, lengthening. So belly button is in here. As you come on the inside of that leg, you can always take a hand down if you need it. Good. Breathing. What about I am creative? I am creative. Pressing into the feet. We'll come up, finding your warrior two. And we'll lengthen that leg. We'll come back exalted again. Reaching, maybe wrapping that bottom arm. And once you're ready, good. Once more, find that warrior two. Watch that knee tracking towards the pinky toe. And when you're ready, we're going to take this into extended side angle. So I'm really going to press to the back. Good. I'm going to lengthen here. When I can come no more, you can take a forearm to the thigh. You can bring in a block here, any height as needed. Opening up. You can stay here, or you can reach it over the ear. Looking up at that hand. Breathing. What about I believe in myself? I believe in myself. Looking down with that front foot, we'll all lengthen that front leg here. Coming back last exalted on the side. When you're ready, last warrior two on the side. Make it your best one. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel that down. Good. Swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. And once you've come back to your down dog, drop those knees. We're going to find another child pose. A child's pose. And zipping up that front body, breathing and expanding. If your arms are long with you and you want to try a little bit more of a shoulder opener here, then from the shoulders, you can turn shoulders, arms, and palms towards the ceiling. I focus on what I can control. I focus on what I can control. Now, once you're ready, good, we'll rotate those arms and hands back to the mat, hands under the shoulders, and we'll press ourselves up, and we're gonna come to a seat. Now, I'm gonna bring my blanket in here. Actually, let's get that back a little bit. Good. So we're gonna come to Dandasana. Dandasana. So I cheat a little bit with my Dandasana because I sit on a blanket and there's pieces of the blanket outside. I have short arms, so when I press in, I can do that. If you've got long arms, you won't need to lift yourself up. But if you don't have a blanket, but you've got a couple blocks, you can always take your blocks right by your hips and just kind of get that little bit of a lift there. Okay. So from here, your legs are forward, your feet are in flexion. So you're taking the toes towards the face, and you want them to be flat. Are they turning inward? And could you make them flat? Now, from here, good, in our Dandasana, we're going to point, open, flex, return, point, open, flex, return, point, open, flex, return, pause, open, point, center, flex, open, point, center, flex, open, point, center, and flex. And you can paddle this through. We're going to get a little bit of quad muscles in here. These target the muscles that help with good patellar kneecap tracking, which sometimes likes to slip or cause problems as we get older. So what I'm going to have you do, good, on the left side, you can point the foot or flex the foot. That's going to be your personal preference. Sitting nice and tall, lean forward, try to lift this leg. You might think you're lifting it and it's not actually lifting. That's okay. You're still working it. And you might be going, oh, and breathing hard or like whatever here. This is exactly what I want you to do. This is not something that's meant to be easy. And we'll lower that down, shake out, tap that out. We'll go to the other side. You can point, you can flex, you choose. Nice and tall, lean forward, long back, and lift. So we're leaning forward because that helps it keep out of the hip flexors here. So it makes it more with what we want. This took me a while to be able to lift here, much less this high. So be patient with yourself. We'll take that down. Woo, pat that out. If that was enough for you, you have the option to sit this next one out or do that again. Or you can make it a little bit harder, back to the left side, open to the side. So you're in an external rotation, lean forward and lift. Woo. Notice it right through here. A little bit more inner thigh. When you're ready, we'll take that down. We'll come back up. Last time, left side. We'll open to the side, leaning forward with a long back and lift. Shaking is okay. I shake every time I do these. And when you're ready, woo, we'll take that down. Pat that out. All right, let's come to two boats. Two boats. So different boats for different people. Some of you are going to dock your boat here. So maybe you have your hands back here, where our back is always long in boat. We're not doing this one. So always long, pressing away. You can come here. You can be here, 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 or here. Okay. Or you can follow me. You can hold on to your legs as you come back. You can also let go. That's going to be the most challenging. So from here, zip up the front body. Good. Find where you're going to go. I'll do this one today. So if you're like me, I have a tendency to veer towards one side because I'm stronger on that side. So I have to fight to stay even in my sits bones. Breathing. Breathing. Into what is my purpose? What is my purpose? When you're ready, good, we'll take that down. Legs forward, fold forward. And then once you're ready, we're going to do that one more time. So you can do it the same way you did it before, or you can do a different one. You choose. It's your practice. So from here, whenever you're ready, good. Nice long back, wherever you're going. Good. Find your boat. Find your boat. Belly buttons in. Big breath. And once you're ready, good, we'll take that down. Good. Legs are going to come forward and fold forward once more. Now from here, what we're going to do is you want to have your block within reach And you want to grab your strap, and we're going to come to our back, nothing under the head or the neck here. Okay. And once you come onto your back, come to a nice constructive rest pose. So hip, knees, and toes are tracking here. Feet are not too close or too far away. Belly button is in. And you're welcome to stay here or just do a little sway to side to side. And then once you're ready, good. We're going to grab our strap, and you want to fold that strap in half so both ends are even to each other. Okay. And then I'm going to hold the ends of that strap, and I want to give a little tug here, so I don't want any slack. I want to be nice and taut, and I'm going to reach that strap toward my lap. So just for a moment, notice what you feel where you feel. So do you have a heavy and connected low rib cage, or is it popping up? Okay. Do your shoulders touch down here, or do you have trouble with that here? Okay. Maybe your head wants to be back here instead of chin a little bit closer to the chest, lengthening that neck. Just notice. Okay. Now, if you can do all of those things, lengthening the neck a little bit, relaxing the shoulders, low rib cage, heavy and connected, go ahead and go there. Otherwise, do what you can. And then from here, I'm going to lift and reach. So as you come back, notice, does the low rib cage want to pop up? If it does, I want you to stop right before that happens. That's your maximum range of motion for right now. Otherwise, if it doesn't, you can take it back to your body's limit and taking it forward. Good. So as you move forward and back, do you feel that you have a little bit more range as you loosen up a little bit if you weren't able to come all the way back in the beginning? Okay. This is core work here. This is also scapular mobility work here. Okay. Now from here, we're going to lift the hips and the strap at the same time. So I'm just going to take my heels in a little bit closer to the glutes for this. So dynamic bridging. Head stays center. It does not turn right or left here. So I'm reaching. Watch me first if you need to. As I lift my arms, I'm going to lift my hips. Maybe I stop my arms somewhere. Maybe I take them all the way back. And then as I lift my arms up, I'm going to lower my hips back down. And that's the move. Go where you can go and lift and reach and lower and lower and lift and reach and lower and lower. Good. Now last time, lift and reach. Breathe. Arms lift and lower and lower. Put the strap to the side, not too far away. Grab your block. So we're going to come into a supported bridge here. You can also do this on a pillow or folded blanket. So if you're using a block, you'll want to be on this setting or this setting. You can also stack two blocks together right on top of each other like this if you wish. Good. I'm going to press into my feet, lifting up my hips, letting that low back rest right on the tailbone there. And then I'm just going to roll my shoulders around, taking my hands so they feel good. I'm going to breathe in this nice supported bridge pose. Take a couple breaths here. Big breath. And from here, you can choose. Do you want to stay here? Maybe this is too sensitive and you need to take the block out and just be in constructive rest. Or maybe you want to take one leg at a time. We supported shoulder stand or supported legs up the wall, depending on how you want to look at it. If you have a tendency to carry fluid in a lower body, you might feel kind of a whoosh sensation as that fluid releases. Totally okay. About I am loved. I am loved. And once you're ready, good. If you took your legs up, bend the knees, take 1 foot at a time back to the floor, and then we'll lift the hips and remove that block, bringing the knees into the chest, giving them a nice little tuck. Good. So from here, as we begin to end, you can take a supine cobbler's pose here. Now, if that's too intense on the hips or the knees, come to a happy adult here. So knees are still bent, feet aren't touching, you're grabbing the shins. Otherwise, you can take this one right here. I'm kind of pulling the heels down a little bit towards the groin. I'm lengthening from crown to tail. My knees are out. Finding the breath. Well, I can go with the flow. I can go with the flow. And then when you're ready, we'll gently release and we'll take that strap. So grabbing that strap, we're going to put the right foot in the strap first, right foot in the strap first. Good. So you'll grip both pieces with the right hand, and your left knee can be bent or it can be extended long. It just kind of depends on what feels good in the back. Both hips are grounded. We're going to take that right leg out to the right. So feel free to kind of wiggle around, find your best spot. If your left leg is long, really reach to that left side, maybe even taking left arm long behind you. When you're ready, we'll bring that back up. Good, switching sides. Find your 45-ish degree arc. You're welcome to stay there. You can bring that leg over. I need to scoot out from my wall a little bit. You can bring that leg over into full twist, keeping the leg in line with the hip, right shoulder grounded as you look to the right. Now, I can clearly express myself. I can clearly express myself. And when ready, we'll bring that leg back in. Good. We'll do a midair switcheroo here. Good. So right knee can be bent or extended long. Both pieces of strap into the left hand. We'll take that left leg out to the left, wiggle around, find your best spot. And if you've got the right leg long, really reach to that right side. Maybe right arm can come behind you. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. Switching hands, arcing over, wiggle around, find your 45-ish degrees. You can stay there or take the leg into that full spinal twist, keeping leg in line with the hip. Left shoulder is grounded. Maybe looking to the left. And we'll come back up. Good. Now, your right foot is going to come up and join the left. Good. Good. Find your grip. We're going to do a double hamstring stretch here. So we're just going to gently bring that in, swinging the toes towards the face. And then once you're ready, we're going to release. Good. Keeping the knees into the chest, bringing them in here. Good. And then we're going to go into a Shavasana from here. The last thing I'm going to give you is I am balanced and I see things with clarity. I am balanced and see things with clarity. So you can bring in any props here that you would like. We'll be here for a couple minutes. You can let everything come long and fluff open. You can put a bend in the knee. I encourage you not to skip this one or your Shavasanas because this is kind of the essence of yoga. So if you skip it, you really miss out. Really allow yourself to sink in, especially for the higher chakra work. And I'll leave you for a few moments. And deep breaths here. Choose stillness. So gently take head and neck from side to side. Maybe a wiggle of the fingers and the toes. Choose stillness. We're taking knees into the chest. Choosing to keep the upper body grounded or maybe tucking the chin and lifting it up as a full body hug. And choosing stillness, removing any props out of the way if you used any during your Shavasana time today. Taking arms long behind you, legs long in front of you, and reach and lengthen, finding that full body stretch, pointing and flexing through the feet and hands, rolling wrists and ankles in one direction and then in the other. And then whenever you're ready, bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over to the right or left side, the side that works best to your body in this moment. Taking all the time that you need here. And when you're ready, bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Nice tall spine, noticing how you feel. Palms turning up, hands coming together. As you bring the hands down, stop the thumbs right in front of the forehead for good and true thoughts. To the lips for good and kind words. To the heart for open and loving heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you have a wonderful day, evening, week, month, season ahead. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.